The sound. At first, at a distance. Then the violence of it grows. Louder. This is what you would have heard when Northern Dancer erupted through the gate at Kentucky Derby, at Preakness. The thunder, the wind. It's a powerful symphony, wouldn't you say?
The Scoundrel moving to second. He'll rise as third. Quadrangle is fourth. Here comes that finish line. Northern Dancer showing the way. It's Northern Dancer out in front by a couple of lengths. He'll rise is running second.
Northern Dancer was a legend. To actually watch him run would make your heart come up into your throat.
We had a small black and white television. It must have been Wide World of Sports. I'm not sure. But I saw him race and win that Kentucky Derby. I have a very clear memory of that. You can't measure what's inside of a person or a horse. It's all about the heart, the will, the desire, all the intangibles. And that horse just overcame everything.
My name is Benny Miller. I've been around horses most all my life. I was here when Northern Dancer arrived, and I was here the whole time the farm was in business. Northern Dancer was actually foaled at the farm in Canada, raised on the farm, actually trained, and then went to the racetrack to run as a 2-year-old.
He was a sensational showman with a dominant, unruly temper, not mean, but would wheel and do tricks all his way to the gate. He'd take 100 more steps than other horses, but was harder to pass than a third martini, despite his physical stature.
Northern Dancer was a bay with a crooked blaze down his face and had 3 white socks. A lot of people considered him to be a quarter horse and not basically a thoroughbred. He was short and stocky.
That horse pranced everywhere. He knew he was somebody. He may have only been 5 feet tall, but he had this beautiful mane and he had these muscles. His chest was bold. I'm really sorry I didn't go see him.
Watching him come out of the gate under Bill Hartack, battling the much larger Hill Rise to win the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness Stakes was breathtaking and is part of why this horse remains relevant today. The other part, and why he is so important to Maryland, is his legacy.
And Northern Dancer, after he retired from racing, came to live in Maryland at Winfield's Farm and Northview Stallion Station for more than 20 years. And in that time, he passed all those qualities on to his offspring.
Northern Dancer was considered the leading sire of the 20th century. He attracted mares from all over the United States, plus all over the world. Mares from the Sheikh Mohammed in Dubai, Queen Elizabeth. He was bred to the dam of Secretariat. If you look at most horses right now, probably 75% of them have Northern Dancer someplace in their bloodline.
Northern Dancer is the classic story of an underdog who ended up on top, an undersized, undervalued racehorse who would go on to make his mark as both a thoroughbred champion and the sire of sires of the 20th century. He lives on not just in his descendants, but through those who lived and loved his story.
Do you miss him? The horse?
Yeah, I got 4 pictures of him hanging in my bedroom. I mean, one like this.
He was just a great horse. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about it. I just feel for him. You know, to have him rejected, that they didn't think much of him, and he turns out to be this fantastic racehorse and this fantastic sire. You know, what can you say? He deserves to be in everybody's Hall of Fame.